Hi, welcome to InterSTEM, and my name is Tabitha Wanda. Today we're talking to B. Hi there.
Hi.
So could you tell us who you are and what you do?
Sure. I am a chem major at Wheaton here. My senior year. I have 2 months left. Yeah. Little party going on in my head. Yeah, chem major, going into grad school for chemistry as well.
Why did you pick chemistry?
So, I think I've always had kind of like a fascination with science. That like all the way back to when I was a child. And then in high school I had a really good chemistry teacher, and this is a story you'll hear a lot, is a lot of people, they start out with a really nice teacher that they like, and so that kind of got me into the subject more and made it more accessible to me. So I realized, oh well, let's give this a try, and it just happened to stick for me. Yeah.
So what is it about chemistry that captivates you, like chemistry as the subject itself?
So I mentioned earlier that it's the connecting science,
Yeah.
right? So that's a big draw for me, is that I feel like I can understand many different things with it, not just like one thing, but I can do anything with this particular field of science. You have like physical chemistry and biological chemistry.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want with and you could technically with anything else, like there's biological physics and things like that. But I feel that with chemistry, the general trend that I see is you are making connections between the molecular and what we see on the macro scale. And I really like that. I really think that that is what captivates me, is understanding what things are made of and how they work. That's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting. As you reflect back on your 4 years in college, what was the highlight of your chem journey? It doesn't have to be a chem class that you took, but what was the highlight?
So for the chem, like just the chem portion, I would say getting to do research with the professors here absolutely is the highlight, because I think that gave me more confidence and more motivation than anything else. Is just having a professor ask, not just me going to them, but also having them offer me a position. That was really inspiring and motivating. Yeah, and getting to do that was also a nice look into what I could be doing in the future. So yeah.
What was the topic of research that you were looking into with this professor?
So the professor I do work with, she's the physical chemist here.
Okay.
So she does stuff with like conformations of different molecules, different shapes and things like that. And so that the topic was about changes in a certain molecule's shape based on concentration and different factors and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was cool. Yeah.
Did that give you some ideas of what you want to do? Do you want to share with us, like?
For sure. I think, I don't know what it is about me. I think I like thinking small, and I like thinking on like the itty bitty scale. So things like physical chemistry, and now I'm starting to really think about nanochemistry. Those really interest me, and I like thinking because I think a lot of people like to just simplify chemistry, but it can't be simplified. Even down to the molecules, there's like different things that they can be and they can do, and like different shapes they can be, and you need to pay attention to all of that. You know? So, and on the nanoscale, we're finding a lot of interesting new ways to do things. So I think, it did give me some idea for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. So for some of our viewers, you might not know what nanochemistry is. I don't know if this is throwing you under the bus, but do you want to explain, give a brief explanation of what that is?
Sure. Yeah, I could do that. So nanochemistry is the broad term, or the broad meaning is chemistry on the nanoscale. So on the 10 to the minus 9 meter scale. That could be anything from a single molecule atom interactions to larger chains of molecules or structures that we use to sort of monitor or change things on that scale.
Okay.
So that's kind of the broad definition. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, V.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any advice for anyone planning to take chem? This could be an incoming freshman, a freshman, like a rising sophomore, or someone who's not yet decided what they want to do.
Sure. So I think what a lot of people are influenced by a lot of time are grades.
Yeah.
GPA, grades,
Mm-hmm.
Should I be doing this? Oh, I only got a B or a C in it, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now that half of the chem majors I know do not have excellent, perfect grades.
Yeah.
GPA is determined by a lot of things, and this is a liberal arts school, so you're going to take classes that are not in your specific areas of interest, or maybe ones that are more interesting to you, but you don't want to do them for a job, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Don't be discouraged by a bad grade or a bad professor or anything. It's also going to be rare that you even find a bad professor here, in my humble opinion. But, if there's a professor that doesn't cater to your learning style as much, don't feel afraid to talk to them about it, and don't get discouraged by bad grades, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad at the subject yet. Yeah.
That is very strong. Like, that's a strong finish.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bee, for your time.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you learned something about chem majors from Bee's perspective. Bye.
Bye.